Baruch. Continuing with the halachot of concentrating during our prayers, and most specifically during our silent prayer, the Amida, there is an option in a situation to pray the silent prayer, the Amida, start it a little earlier. And I'll explain what I mean. Let's say you pray in a minyan, which, as we know, every minyan has their own pace and every minyan has their own speed. Let's say you pray in a minyan that Let's say you pray in a minyan that your silent prayer is a lot slower than the rest of everyone else's. And what happens is by the time they get to the repetition of the Amida and the Kiddusha, Natishah, you're still in the middle of your Amida and you're not able to answer. So what do? So there's a difference between Shacharit and Mincha. For Shacharit, for the morning services, we have the option as an individual to get up and start the Amida some moments before, whether it's a minute before, 30 seconds before, 2 minutes before, whatever extra time a person needs, because that's the way they read, or that's the concentration that they need, they are allowed to start early. So by the time they finish their Amida, they're up to when the Chazan is doing the repetition of the Amida for Natishah. That's permitted only for Shacharit. Now Mincha, that would not be the case. What's the difference between Shacharit and Mincha? Mincha, right before the silent prayer, precedes a Kaddish. There's Kaddish that starts right before the Amida, the silent prayer of Mincha. That Kaddish, believe it or not, tells us Chachamim, is greater than the Kiddusha, greater than Natishah. So therefore, for Mincha, no matter how long and how much you pass, even if you pass Natishah, even if you're going to pass Modim, let's say you pray so slow, which is fine and it's commendable, but you will not start early your Amida for Mincha. For Shacharit, we're allowed, because there's no Kaddish before that Amida. So a person could start before Birkot Kirat Shema and the Shema, and then start way before and stand up even starting before everyone else, which is permitted. Now, I'll tell us, no one has an obligation to do so. Let's say you're praying in the end, which is much faster, and now you're going to ask Rabbi, do I have an obligation to start early in order to answer the Kiddusha? The answer is no. If a person gets to the Kiddusha from everyone else, from the Kahal, and you're still not there, you're just supposed to stop, be quiet, don't even answer, and a Hazan, and for those of us who don't know, now we know, but most of us know already, the Hazan, the one that leads the morning as well as the afternoon services, is always supposed to have in mind, by him saying the Kiddusha, Natishah, that they're also saying it on behalf of anyone who's not able to answer it now, whether they are praying slower, or whether they started their Amida later and they're not able to answer it. No. Again, if you are still in the middle of your Amida, you're not supposed to answer the Natishah unless you already passed and you're in the last paragraph of the Elokai Neshama. Before that, a person just stays quiet, stops, and listens to the Kiddusha. Now we learned very interestingly this morning, you have the option, not the obligation, but the option to start your Amida early for Shacharit. However, there's no such option by Mincha, and by Arvit, there's no need for such option because there's no Kiddusha. And that's the Halacha. We'll end off with the concept that if a person finds themselves in the middle of the Amida and they see the Chazan starting the Chazara, the repetition, we are not supposed to speed up the Amida in order to answer Natishah. To speed it up, as long as we're not swallowing our words or lacking concentration, that's allowed. But to speed it up and quickly swallow words and completely turn off our minds while we're praying, in order to answer the Kiddusha, we are losing the merit that we're gaining by the dismerit of us adding and going quicker to the tefillah. Zot Hashem HaKadosh Baruch Hu will always help us to concentrate amazingly during our tefillot. Amen.